Hi guys, so we are back on Sweets and today I'm doing a cake pop video. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to remake this video just for the simple fact that the first one I made was trash. And I finally figured out the right consistency, how to make sure to roll them and you don't have cracks, and how to make sure they don't fall off the stick. So that's what we're going to talk about today. First off is how to make sure it's the right consistency. How I got this to the right consistency was right after my cake came out of the oven, I put it directly in my mixer and then it just mixed up, and that, you see that? That's how it got to that consistency. And maybe I did it for about 5 minutes and it's gonna have like steam coming out. It's totally fine because the cake just came out of the oven. So I was so excited that I finally figured out the consistency. Now, when rolling out your cake pops, what you want to do is you don't want to roll them immediately. That's how they get cracks on the side and they become crumbly. Squeeze them in between your palms. Like, I'm trying to think, what do you squeeze in between your palms? But squeeze them like that. And then that's how you can get it to the right consistency. And after I squeeze them in between my palms, then that's when I begin to roll them. And I realized I didn't need to apply pressure at all. If you just begin to, after you squeeze them, then you just begin to roll them. I saw with very little pressure when I was rolling them, I saw that I didn't have any cracks. And this is something I was super duper excited about. So now I'm really excited. I was really excited about making this video because I've been trying to get it to the right consistency forever. And I finally got it. So like I said, with the rolling, and you really don't have to roll a lot, because like what I realized once I was squeezing them in between my palms, in between my hand, I'm sorry, then when I was getting close to being done squeezing them, I kind of was squeezing it into a ball so I didn't have to roll so much. And yes, I do talk to myself because it was just me and Zaddy there. And these cake pop sticks, well, these sticks I got from Michael's. There was 100 in the pack and I believe it was $4.99. I actually bought some plastic ones from Amazon. I wasn't really a fan of them, but it was all, I was using them when I didn't have the right consistency, so maybe I'll try and reuse them. Another thing I would say about, another tip, me personally, I do not like to use vegetable oil anymore, because the more you add, and I know I've seen all the time, just add as much as you need to. That's not true, because the more you add, the longer it takes for the candy melt to dry. I have realized that, and actually this chocolate happened. Like, that's why I'm trying to use all that chocolate in that bowl up, is because it takes longer to dry. I'm doing this video the next day, and it's just like, it's not fully set. The candy melt isn't fully set. So what all I can do is just use it. But the more vegetable oil you add, the longer it takes for the candy melt to dry and to set up. So after I dip my sticks in there, okay guys, so I had to stop my voiceover, so I'm back. Basically, after I dip my cake pops with the sticks, then I go all the way around them just so it doesn't have like that bulge from where the chocolate was sticking out from. I just go around and put it into the cake pop. And if I have any cracks, I use that candy melt to help cover it up. So now I'm ready to dip my cake pops. And now that I'm ready, I don't actually dip my cake pops. I kind of swirl them in the candy melt just so I'm not like dunking them, and I have a little bit more control over where the chocolate is going. And I don't tap the cake pop on the bowl. I tap my wrist because I feel like I have a little bit more control over my wrist versus me actually tapping the stick on the bowl, and then I accidentally popped my cake pop off, and who knows. This is just my way of doing it, and I did actually a baby shower this weekend, and I actually weighed my cake pop balls. I weighed them each, and they were about 3 grams, and it wasn't that heavy. I know normally people say they do about 1 ounce, but like I said, I'm still perfecting, but when I did it at 3 grams, it was pretty good too. And the reason why I turn it upside down like that is because once I'm done shaking all the excess off, I see, like, you know, there's still like a little line of where I stopped dripping it. So what I do is when I turn it upside down and I give it one good shake, that line kind of goes away. So that's why I do that like that. And I know I also said earlier in my video that I do not like to use vegetable oil because, like I said, it takes longer for the cake pop to dry. And to me, it almost never dries. That's just in my opinion. Once I finish dipping my cake pops, then I got these from Walmart. I think it's like florals. I'm losing the name. I'll put it in the description box below what it's called. But I use those. I poked holes in them, and that's how I use my cake pops to stand up. I actually don't leave them bottom down because I don't like the feet that form, and it can be a lot, especially when you just finish. It expands so much, and you can almost see your cake down at the bottom when you do it that way, just because all of the excess is going on your parchment paper or whatever you put it on versus on the cake pop. So me personally, I just like mine flipped over. I like the look so much better. And now that my cake pops actually stay up, I definitely like it so much better. Another tip, so you can see those are air bubbles on my cake pop. And for this video, I did not pop them. They do, but you should pop them, because if you don't, they just stay there, and once the cake pop kind of dries, they pop on their own. So that's why I didn't for this one, but you should. And the candy melts, I've told you guys before, the candy melts that I buy are Sweet Tooth Fairy, and I don't have any problems with them maybe seizing, and that's something that I had a problem with Wilton. They were seizing, and even when I added vegetable oil to it, it still wasn't acting right. So that's why I like Sweet Tooth Fairy. And another good thing to buy is a good vessel to dip your cake pops in. A cup, to me, that's why I stopped using a cup, because I feel like I didn't have that much control over it. So I started using a bowl, and I love it so much better. And here I'm just showing you just a simple little design that you can do on your cake pops. I just got a Ziploc bag and put some candy melt in there. And now I'm going to make like a little ice cream. This is my first time ever doing that on a cake pop. So that's why my first one was a little bit of a fail. But after that, I got the hang of it. And I got the sprinkles. I got them at Walmart. And they're like fall sprinkles. They have leaves and everything. And you give it like a little bit of a shake, because then the candy melt can kind of go down or like even itself out, so it doesn't look like you just piped it on there. It actually looks like a little bit of Zaddy's up with me, guys. So it looks like a little bit of an ice cream. And you don't have to use a piping bag. Like you can see in this video, I use a Ziploc bag. You want to use whatever you're comfortable with. Piping bags, I mean, they're good to me. I can wrap my hand around it, but this one I use a Ziploc bag and it actually worked fairly well. And when I'm done with my candy melt in the Ziploc bag, I just squeeze it back into the cup that I got it out of, and I wrap that cup with saran wrap, and just so I can be able to use it again later. Because, I mean, who doesn't want cake pops later? And I have tons of cake left, so I'll be trying to make another cake pop video for you guys, because now I'm actually getting good at it. And maybe if you have any suggestions on what I should try and make, maybe I can try and do some sort of design with them to where they're just not circular. Because I know there's a website where you can buy molds for cake pops, but maybe I can try and do it freehand. And again, I don't have a tripod, so that's why I have to set my phone up the way it is. And I'm editing off my phone as well, so this is fun, guys. Let's see. Okay. You can kind of see some of the air bubbles, but like I said, I didn't pop them just because this was just a video. I wasn't doing this for an order. I was just doing it just because I wanted to do it. I did strawberry ones too, but it was I did those after I stopped recording. These were chocolate, as you can see. And we got the consistency right. So next cake pop video, I'm gonna try with each cake pop video to get better or to do something different, just so we can learn together, because like I said, this is a learning YouTube channel. And the sprinkles, I was just sprinkling back into my thing so I didn't lose any. And that's what they look like. Thank you guys for watching. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. And we will see you guys next time. This is what they look like, and they look so cute. A couple of them you can see they're a little small because I did not weigh them. But have a great day, guys. Bye. See you later.